Hi guys, got a video here for you today and I'm going to be making a lure trace. I'm going to show you how I make a lure trace using standard trace nylon coated steel wire. I like to make my own traces because it's just a bit of reassurance that there's proper quality in the trace. If you lose a fish on your own trace, you've only got yourself to blame. So I'm going to get straight in there. Now, I'm starting off with a spool of wire here. This is £40 wire, nylon coated trace wire. This part is all, to be honest here, this is personal preference, but I like to have a 40cm trace. So I'm going to go for about 45 because by the time we cut the wire a bit, 45 is going to be just fine. I'm going to use these pliers here just to make a little cut in the wire. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a 45cm length of this £40 steel wire. Now when you're making your traces, you're going to want to match your wire up to the strength of line that you're using. Now on the particular rod that this is going onto, I think it's a weird number, it's like a £37 braid. So £40 wire, just perfect, match that up there. Now we're going to start at one end by putting this little size 2 swivel on, which is a good size swivel, a good all-rounder. So when you're doing this, you're going to start with a little crimp. You're going to stick your crimp right on the end there, like that. You can just pull it down a wee bit, like that. Now we'll leave the crimp there. Take your swivel, put your trace wire through your swivel, like so. Now what you want to do here is take your wire, bend it back over, like that, and back into the crimp. Just like so. There we go. Right through the other side of the crimp. Now, just to get this a bit flusher up here, just take a wee pair of pliers. And you can see there's quite a big loose loop there. So I'm going to take the crimp and I'm holding the wee tag end there with the pliers that's just come out of the crimp. I'm just going to slide the crimp down, just like that, just to tighten up that little circle there. Go a wee bit more. There we go. That's going to be perfect. There's enough room, so there's a wee bit of play in the swivel, but that's keeping it nice and flush, just like that. Now you'll need a pair of crimping pliers, like these ones. These are 5 pressure point crimping pliers. And stick the crimp right into the crimping pliers there. Crimp down just so you're holding it, and then what you want to do is just check both sides, make sure everything's all straight in there, make sure the whole crimp is inside the pliers there. And now just give that a good squeeze, just like that. There we go. Alright, perfect. Now you can see that crimp there. It's been pretty much crushed down on the wire there. Now what I'm going to do is just cut the little tag end off that came out the other end of the crimp, just to straighten things up a bit. If I can get a hold on it. There we go. We'll give that a little snip. There we go. So that's the first step done. Now we've still got this end loose, so at this point this is optional. I like to use shrink tubes, just put a little bit of shrink tube over there, and it just tidies everything away a wee bit. And your shrink tube just pushes up over like that, and it just keeps everything nice and tidy in there, snagless as well, which I like. Now we start with another bit of shrink tube to go up onto the other end, but we need to put that on just now, so I'll just let that drop down just now. Now we're going to repeat the same process that we've done on the bottom, but we're now going to do it on the top, and we're going to attach our snap. So get my crimp, first things first, crimp on there, on the wire there. There's a wee splay just on the end of the wire, don't worry, just give that a little snip. There we go. So the crimp is just going to sit there like that. Now we'll take our snap, same idea, trace wire right through our eye on the snap like that. Take your wire, just bend it back over, like so, and right into the crimp, like that. And now just keep going, just push that through. There we go. Like that. Repeating the same process, exactly the same. Get the pliers on the wee tag end, slide your crimp up, just close up that little gap there. There we go, like that. That's perfect. Now I'm going to take my crimping pliers, going to crimp that down, make sure it's all flush in there, give that a nice wee squeeze, and squeeze. There we go. That's that crimped down. Now I'm going to take the bit of shrink tube that we put on earlier, that second bit, can slide that up. There we go. Now just cut the tag end that's come out the crimp there. There we go. Shrink tube up and over, just repeating the exact same that we've done on the bottom. And I like to bring the shrink tube right up just over, so it's just kind of over the top of that first eye there really. Don't want to cover up too much and then you're losing the, you know, some of the looseness there. Just up over that first eye is perfect. Like that, as you can see there. Now, for the shrink tube, if you're using shrink tube, there's two ways you can shrink it down here. You can either pour boiling water over it, or you can just take a lighter, like so. Just doesn't take much at all. Don't really need the flame directly on, just heating it up. There we go. And you can see that shrunk right down over that eye there. We're going to repeat the same process down here, make sure it's just up over, just nice. Take a lighter, or boiling water if that's what you would prefer. Don't want to melt the shrink tube, just like that, just roast it a wee bit. There we go. And there you have a nice trace, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure it again. As I said, I like a 40cm trace, and this is worked out at 40cm on the dot. There we go. Perfect. So that's why I like to add about 5cm on at the start, because you saw by the time we're cutting some tag ends off, you know, you get left with a perfect length of trace. There we go. Right, so I'll just show you again quickly the tools that I used for this. All I needed for this was a couple of crimps, obviously your swivel, little snap to go on the end there. This is a size 2 snap as well, and that's a good size. You can kind of see that there. That's perfect for most like standard pike lures really, and big lures and all. That's a good one, it's a strong one. Got my crimping pliers, a lighter for the shrink tube, obviously optional. Your actual trace wire, which you're going to want to match up with the strength of your main line. Little pair of standard pliers here, and then just a pair of pliers to snip the wire. Usually pliers will have the cutters in there, so you could just use them. I've just used these because I've got them. So you don't need a whole lot for doing this. Alright, so thanks very much for watching guys, and tell me what you want me to do next.